What is going on, you guys? This is TechHD, and today we're going to be taking a look at my new favorite gaming controller, and that is this custom PS5 controller from Aim Controller. This controller is packed with a ton of features, and I've been messing with it for over 3 months now. So let's discuss what it all comes with, talk about the key features of this controller, and overall why I would prefer to go with one of an Aim controller over their competitors. Also, just want to let you guys know that Aim Controller provided me with a code for you guys to use at checkout. So for this month of October, if you use code TechHD, you will save $60 of any order that is over $250 or more. So link to that is going to be down in the description below. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So now let's take a look at what we get inside the box. We got the red aim sticks of different heights, a keychain, a reset pin, a rubber wristband, a braided USB-C to Type A cable, and finally the controller itself. Taking a closer look, you can see the beautiful paint job that's on the controller along with the white buttons on the D-pad and the XYAB buttons. I also went with a white thumbsticks, and of course I needed to add my own logo on the touchpad, and it came out looking so nice and detailed. On the back there's the rubberized grip and finally the paddles. So this setup that I'm rocking with is the grid red shell with a white trim, action buttons, D-pad buttons, and left and right sticks. I added the digital buttons which replaced the regular membrane with a more precise mouse click, resulting in a shorter click. I also added smart triggers and bumpers. Very similar to the digital buttons, they are replaced with a digital mechanism similar to the mouse click, and it increases precision and decreases input lag. I also added my logo to the touchpad, and lastly I added my Aim Paddles V3 on the back with the programmability and with the red grip. All of that totaled to over $300, which is crazy price. But now let's talk about all the features and if it's worth it or not. Now, with my experience using the Aim controller for over 3 months now, this came to be my favorite controller. I really like the digital buttons and triggers. It came to be my favorite features. It has a very satisfying click and is very responsive. You can see the actuation time from a regular PS5 controller compared to an Aim controller with the digital triggers. You definitely feel quicker when it comes to aiming and shooting in an FPS games like Call of Duty, Halo, and Apex Legends, as well as when it comes to pressing on the buttons and on the D-pad. You feel more accurate like when you're doing combos and finishers in Mortal Kombat. And of course there is the satisfying click and feel. It does take some time to get used to, but honestly after a day or two of using it, I was already used to the feel of it. So here's a quick sound test of the regular PS5 controller versus Aim controller's digital buttons and triggers. Now let's talk about Aim Controller's new Aim Paddles V3. I really like the feel of the paddles and where it's located. My fingers lay naturally and comfortably on them, and it has that clicky sensation, making sure that you know that you pressed it and it doesn't feel mushy at all. Only time will tell if it stays that way, and I really hope it does. Now personally, I only use 2 paddles and not 4, and that's okay because you have the ability to remove any amount of paddles as you like by using a little screwdriver or tool and pressing on the latch under the A logo while at the same time twisting the cap counterclockwise. After that, you can remove the cover and remove any amount of paddles you like, then you just lock the cover back in place afterwards. To program the paddles, you just need to hold down the bottom left and right paddles for about 5 to 10 seconds. The PS5 indicator light will start to blink to let you know if it's in remapping mode. Then you hold on to one of the paddles along with the button you want to map for about 2 to 4 seconds, and then you'll see the indicator light blink to let you know that it's been remapped. Do the same thing to the other paddles. Finally, you want to hold down the bottom left and right paddles again for about 5 to 10 seconds to exit the remapping. You'll see the indicator light blink and you are all done. And now you're ready to use your aim controller. Now finally, there are these aim sticks. Very similar to Control Freaks, the sticks are interchangeable and you can mix and match different colors, and they come in 3 heights: small, medium, and high, and it gives you a better control and accuracy. I like to have the high stick on the right one and the small stick on the left one when I'm playing FPS games like Call of Duty and Apex. I have better control of my gun that way. Now, my overall thoughts of using the aim controller for over 3 months now have been amazing and definitely feels more enjoyable with the digital buttons, triggers, and bumpers. The paint job feels really nice and premium, no chipping or fading has occurred yet, only time will tell with oily hands and just long time usage. Even the job of the logo feels nice and detailed. I also love the rubberized grip on the back. It keeps my hands from slipping and feels more comfortable during long sessions, but doesn't feel too grippy like it's a sticky feeling. And finally, the back paddles have a tactile and responsive feel. I know when I'm pressing it, and the way that the paddles are designed feels comfortable for my fingers. It has a bit of a concave design with a bit of a texture, so my fingers can lay there and just have a good grip on them. Compared to other companies and where the buttons and paddles are located, this is one of the best designs and location for the paddles to go with. So now, why would you go with an aim controller over other companies? You got a ton of other competitors like Scuf Gaming and Cinch Gaming, so why would you go with an aim controller? Well, for me, it's their warranty. Their warranty is one of the best I see out there compared to all the other companies at no extra cost. So comparing it to Scuf Gaming's warranty, they only cover manufacturer defects and don't cover normal wear and tear, and only give you about 6 months period. Now, taking a look at the Cinch Gaming warranty, they only cover up to 30 days and are very limited. Basically, they just cover any manufacturer defects and not normal wear and tear. There is an option to purchase an extended warranty for up to 6 months for an extra $35. Then we have Chaos Controller, which again only covers 60 days and has an option to purchase an extended 1-year warranty for an additional $10, and it still only covers defects. And then finally, we have Evil Controllers, and their warranty is not that bad, honestly. They have a lifetime warranty on electrical components and non-moving parts, and a 1-year warranty that covers manufacturer defects, and they also offer an 18 and 24-month warranty that covers hardware damage like bumpers and thumbsticks, but you will need to pay an additional $50 or $90, which is a lot and bumps up the total cost of the controller at a good amount. Now, with aim controllers, they cover a lifetime warranty at no extra cost and covers not only manufacturer defects but also normal wear and tears like the controller paint, the smart triggers and bumpers, the buttons, and the paddles. And then they even cover the controller's motherboard and stick drift, but that only covers for about 45 days, unfortunately. That would have been nice to be covered in the lifetime warranty. And of course, aim controllers uses official licensed PlayStation and Xbox controllers. So if one day the bumpers or the buttons or even the triggers lose that satisfying clicky feel, or the paint job starts to diminish and fade or starts to chip, you can easily contact aim controller and send it out to them, and they will fix it at no extra cost, which is amazing to have, because these are controllers. They are meant to be used for long periods of time, and eventually something will stop working or not look brand new, and then you are out of $300 plus. So instead of spending another $300, contact aim controllers and send it out to them, and they will make it feel and look brand new. Even something simple like your aim stick grips, since they just pop right off, you could easily just buy your own, which don't cost a lot, only about $350 per stick, and you can even purchase Xbox aim sticks for your PS5 controller and vice versa if you prefer those. And not only that, aim controller offers an additional 1 to 2 year protection plan partnered with the company Extend, and that has an extended failure coverage like stick drifts and even water damage. And now that price varies on the price of the controller, but for me, for the 2-year plan, it would have cost me around $55, which is less compared to other brands like Evil controllers, so that also gives you a nice peace of mind. Now, we talked about everything good about an aim controller. Now let's talk about the cons. My controller was actually defective in the beginning when I first got it. My paddles didn't save the last remap buttons, and every time I turned on my PS5 or on the PC, the paddles go back to the default state, and so I would always have to remap the buttons again and again, over and over, and that started to get annoying. Whether I have my controller hardwired to the console or wireless, it still reset the paddles and for some reason not save the last remap. Also, my share and pause buttons felt a little bit mushy compared to the regular stock PS5 controller. I could barely feel it, and so when I was pressing it, it didn't give me that really satisfying clicking noise. Luckily, I did reach out to Aim Controller and sent my controller to them, and it took about, after like 2 weeks or so, I got my controller back and everything was working perfectly. So something I had to deal with personally, but I'm glad that they were able to fix it. Lastly, I do want to mention that the smart buttons and bumpers and the aim paddle V3 are not available for the Xbox controllers, unfortunately. Hopefully that's the next thing that they're working on, because I would love to have an Xbox controller with those features. Overall, I think that an aim controller is one of the best options to go with. Yes, it is expensive and can definitely go up in price, but I went all out with mine, so you don't have to put everything on it like the smart triggers and the buttons and the logo. You could customize it however way fits your budget, but just know that I definitely recommend the smart triggers and the bumpers and the buttons, and of course the aim paddle V3. I hope to see the aim paddle V3 available for the Xbox One controller, along with the smart bumpers and the buttons, of course. And of course, you guys can use code TechHD to get an additional $60 off any order that is over $250 to save some extra money. So there you guys have it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and like I said, everything is going to be linked down in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so that you guys can be notified whenever I upload a new video. Follow me on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok. As always, TechHD. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!